What we're going to be doing in this video is baking pretzel bagels. Now here for some backstory. Every so often at work, there is a department that has a meeting which has bagels catered. They typically do not eat all of them, so my department gets to reallocate the leftovers. That being said, it was one of those weeks where they were not having that meeting, so I decided I wanted to make my own bagels to bring in. After baking pretzels earlier this year, I knew exactly how I wanted to do these bagels. Now traditionally with bagels, you must boil them prior to baking. I figure, why not boil them in a soda bath like how pretzels are cooked? This would give me the best of both worlds. Instead of using the pretzel recipe I used before to make the bagel dough, I dug up a different one. This one from Spronoxo, I'm going to butcher his name, so I'm just going to put it up on screen. It had a few differences. First, this new recipe used regular white sugar and did not use any butter as shortening. Second, and I'll modify this to the next time I make these, the amount of yeast used was significantly less. I doubled up this recipe and made a few modifications. Here are the ingredients. Pretzel bagels, makes 16. For the bagels, you'll need 3 cups of warm water, 4 teaspoons of yeast, 4 teaspoons of white sugar, 4 teaspoons of salt, 9 cups of flour, plus or minus a cup depending on how your dough goes, a little olive oil, and sea salt for coating. For the soda bath, you're going to need about 12 cups of water, half a cup of baking soda, and around 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey, which is optional. If you do exclude the honey, it does become a vegan recipe. Some other items you'll need include a mixing bowl, a slotted spoon, a stock pot, a cutting board, baking sheets, and parchment paper. Alright, let's get baking. First, heat up your water and mix it with the sugar and the yeast in the mixing bowl. Give it around 10 minutes to foam. Next, you will stir in the salt and the flour. Start with mixing in about 7 cups of flour and continue to add flour until the dough is tough to mix. Once the dough starts to firm up, knead the dough by hand for around 5 to 10 minutes. With the dough kneaded, oil up the mixing bowl with olive oil. Place the dough in the bowl and coat the dough with a layer of oil. Cover the bowl and allow the dough to rise for about an hour. Now while the dough is rising, here's my opportunity to plug the channel. Please subscribe to Greens and Machines if you want to see more baking videos like this one, and leave a like if you're enjoying this recipe so far. Alright, let's continue. When the hour is nearly up, you should see the dough is nearly doubled in size. Right before this happens, start preparing the soda bath. Mix together the water, baking soda, and honey in a stock pot. Bring the contents of the pot to a boil. Now you'll have the dough doubled in size. You'll want to punch down the dough and roll it out into a floured surface. You'll want to divide the dough in half and then each section into 8 evenly sized pieces. You'll have a total of 16 evenly sized dough balls if divided correctly. Next, shape each individual dough ball into a circle. Now, using your thumbs, use 2 of them, poke a hole through the center of each of the dough pieces. You'll want to run the dough through your fingers to evenly distribute the dough around the center. The bagel will look like this if done correctly. You'll want to place this on a tray temporarily. Repeat this for each dough ball. With the stock pot boiling, lower the bagels into the soda bath. Depending on the size of your pot, you can fit around 2 to 4 pretzels in simultaneously. Allow the dough to float. Then boil each side of the dough for 30 seconds each. Use a slotted spoon to remove the bagels and place them on a rack to allow liquid to run off. I should note here that using a tongs is a bad idea, as the tongs can rip the dough.
Oh, it broke.
Transfer the bagels onto parchment paper lined baking trays. Use some sea salt to top each one. Now place the bagels in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. The bagels will be done once they are browned, and they'll have that distinct pretzel look to them. Remove the pretzel bagels from the oven and allow them to cool. Now you can enjoy these bagels with your favorite spread or even mustard. And that's it. You're going to absolutely love these bagels. Leave a comment below if you made these and let me know how they tasted. Enjoy! If you found this recipe informative, or if you found these pretzels delicious after making them, please hit that like button and share this with your friends. Thank you for supporting Greens and Machines, and I hope you have a good day. Check out one of our other videos by following the link here.